Can you solve these mysterious riddles? Number 1. A murderer is condemned to death. He has to choose between 3 rooms. The first is full of raging fires. The second, assassins with loaded guns. And the third, lions who haven't eaten in years. Which room is the safest? That would be the third one. The poor lions died of starvation. 2 girls ate dinner together. They both ordered iced tea. One girl drank them very fast and had finished 5 in the time it took the other to drink just 1. The girl who drank 1 died, while the other survived. All of the drinks were poison. How did the girl who drank the most survive? The poison was in the ice. As she slowly drank her 1 drink, the melting ice released the poison. A window cleaner is cleaning a window on the 25th floor of a skyscraper when suddenly he slips and falls. He has no safety equipment and nothing to soften his fall, and yet he is not hurt. How can this be? He was inside cleaning the windows. A man is found murdered on a Sunday morning. His wife calls the police, who question the wife and the staff, and are given the following alibis. The wife says she was sleeping. The butler was cleaning the closet. The gardener was picking vegetables. The maid was getting the mail, and the cook was preparing breakfast. Immediately, the police arrest the murderer. Who did it, and how did the police know? The maid did it. There's no mail on Sundays. A man was found dead in his study. He was slumped over his desk and a gun was in his hand. There was a cassette recorder on his desk. When the police entered the room and pressed the play button on the tape recorder, they heard, "I can't go on. I have nothing to live for." Then there was the sound of a gunshot. How did the detective immediately know that the man had been murdered and it wasn't a suicide? The suicide tape was rewound by the murderer. A woman proves in court that her husband was murdered by her sister, but the judge decides that the sister cannot be punished. Why? The sisters are conjoined twins. The guilty one cannot be punished without punishing the innocent one. A woman shoots her husband, then holds him underwater for 5 minutes. A little later, they both go out and enjoy a wonderful dinner together. How can this be? She shot her husband with her camera and then developed the picture. A man was shot to death while in his car. There were no powder marks on his clothing, which indicated that the gunman was outside the car. However, all the windows were up and the doors were locked. After a close inspection was made, the only bullet holes discovered were on the man's body. How was he murdered? The victim was in a convertible. He was shot when the top was down.